Welcome back to Sports Tonight on Channels Television. We'll be taking a look at that friendly match between Nigeria and Egypt. Of course, the Super Eagles won by a single goal. I'll just pause on that discussion. And let's just talk about the national under-23 team. They also did their business in Asaba. They lost the first leg to Libya 2-0. And then in Asaba, what a performance. They turned it around to win 4-0. I can remember my analyst, Joseph and Yobo, people said there was no problem bringing in those players that have got experience from the Super Eagles, and I think they made a difference.
Absolutely. I mean, Osimhen was massive.
Yeah.
You know, scoring 3 goals. I did suggest that we should bring him in. I knew that, you know, we needed fighters in that game, and with what we have, only a decent player.
Yeah.
But Osimhen is a poacher. He's a clinical finisher. He's somebody that can take advantage of the slightest opportunity and punish the opponent. Yeah. And he's also a fighter. You know, somebody in the mood of. I don't know, call an edge. You know, but we needed that, and you know, and that really proved very massive. They also complained about the weather; it was a bit too hot. But I mean, we played in Tunisia as well, so really, it was the additions that really showed, and his finishing was quite, you know, massive, and I wasn't surprised at all.
It was, but in your bong, words on the streets, there's this. I don't know if it's subtle condemnation or persons trying to be sarcastic that they had to go and borrow players from the Super Eagles. Maybe people don't really understand it, that it's part of the program. It's part of the fact that it justifies Geno Raw when he says he's got a young team.
Honestly, I don't get it. It beats my imagination because did we borrow Mozambican players or Egyptians or Brazilians?
Valentine,
did we borrow Tunisians? We borrowed Nigerian players. And these are players who are, by the letter of the law, within the age bracket of playing in the national team and playing at the Olympics. And I was telling Joseph, it is very important for any football nation who want to grow to qualify for big competitions.
That's right.
It is very important. And whatever you're going to do, just make sure that you're there, because it helps the players, it helps the careers of the players. So it's good that we're able to do the job, and Victor Osimhen is just a goal scorer, and it's just brilliant to see him get that hat-trick.
Beautiful. So let's just set the record straight, you know, because guys are saying, oh, it's a national 23 team. Why do they have to bring Francis Uzoho? Why do they have to bring Chidozie Mawaze? And by the way, Chidozie Mawaze showed a lot of maturity in that game against Libya. Showed he's a senior player and then has got some good experience. Coach Imama Amakpakabo is the coach of the national 23 team. Look, he keeps clarifying this issue of borrowed players. This time around at the press, he laughed over it and had this to say. Let's listen to him.
Principally, that was why we had them. Like I've said this over and over again. It's like I'm beginning to sound like a broken record. They've always been part of the team. You know, myself and my head coach, Gennett, we sit down and we analyze, you know, our players. I think we have a fantastic pool of very young players. I think in Africa we could boast, or even universally we could boast of having one of the youngest sides. So, you know, we have to look at those players that we think, look, let them play here this time. Let them come here this time. You know, so it's an ongoing thing. You know, kudos to the head coach. You know, we have this wonderful pool, and kudos to Nigeria for having this brilliant young talent.
So does that settle it, guys? I think he settles it. He said, look, it's a program. And he said, look, people are forgetting that he's also an assistant coach with the Super Eagles. So Coach Geno Raw can say, okay, let's look at Victor Osimhen for this. Later, we'll look at Taiwa when Chidozie Awaziem is here, he's standing. Remember, Chidozie Awaziem went to Seychelles and even scored a goal. And then came back, he's still young. Francis Uzoho is young. So he's saying, we should be proud as a country that we've got young talent.
We should be not just proud, but feel privileged to have this pool of talent, you know, within the particular age bracket. We should. I mean, we're talking of the Olympics here. Olympics is massive. We've had the best players in the world, you know, play at the Olympics. The Ronaldinhos of this world, the Ronaldo de Limas of this world, even Neymar was at the Olympics. So to get even these guys in, it's something that, and if they are within the age bracket, it's something that we should be excited about. There is absolutely no basis, you know, for us to feel bad about it or begin to say that there is no basis for that at all.
At some point, we did
just common sense. It's just basic.
They're young and they can fit into.
They can fit into both. I mean, the Olympic is massive.
Let's just leave it at that. I just thought we should close that discussion. That's what Coach Imama has done for us. Let's move on with the show now. Continue our countdown to the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup. It will kick off on June the 7th and run till July the 7th in France. The Super Falcons, they'll be representing Nigeria. 72 more days to go. And oh my, Joseph, the NFF, they're keeping to their promises.
Yeah, they're laying out the plans for them. They said they have a tournament coming up in Spain. I'm sure the likes of Azizat Al-Shula will very much be at home. She plays for Barcelona. And after that, they have a game at home, a waffle tournament as well to play. So, and their hotel arrangements have been made. They'll be lodging in the same hotel that the Super Eagles stayed going to the World Cup. And I hope that's not a bad omen. So it's not a bad omen. So it's great. So I think what they are just doing is making sure to let them know that what the guys got,
no,
the women also
promised.
Get.
They said it when they went to the AFCON. That the preparation I was giving to the male team.
Exactly, and I love the fact that they are doing it. So they have the same feel, they have the same, level. They feel that level of importance as well is attached to the tournament. And I just hope that the results won't be similar. We went to the World Cup and we crashed out in the first round. I hope we will not have to say this. I hope we don't. But I love the arrangement.
Me too. That's also I want to leave you and go to Imama. In Imama, with this sort of preparation, it's not wrong to start believing that it will be.
Yeah, you've got to believe. You've got to believe clearly. And credit to the Nigerian Football Federation keeping their promise in ensuring that the preparations are in top gear and ensuring that these players get the best of atmosphere and best of conditions so that they can prepare for a major tournament like this.
It's the World Cup. Before we wrap up the show, let's just quickly run through some rescheduled matches in the Nigeria Professional Football League. We don't have much time. We'll discuss it tomorrow. Kano Pillars needed to win, and they did just that against Ifeanyi Uba 3-0. That's one ended. Remo Stars and Enugu Rangers played goalless, but loads of talking points from that match, particularly the goal scored by Bright Silas that was disallowed and called for offside. Lobby Stars 2, Niger Tornadoes 2. And we have the final qualifying fixtures for the CAF Under-23. AFCON Sudan will take on Nigeria. South Africa will play Zimbabwe. Zambia will go against Congo Brazzaville. Ghana will take on Algeria. Cameroon will play Tunisia. It's Cote d'Ivoire versus Guinea, and DR Congo will play Mali. That's where the curtain falls on this edition of the show. Thank you so much, Joseph, for stopping by. Thank you so much, Imama Monday. They sang good praises about Paul Onuachu, and I'm sure you guys are doing the same thing. But that's where the show ends tonight. But remember to keep talking to us on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook channels, Sports. That's the show for the team. I'm Austin Okonakwan. In everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.